everyone, this is just to show you how to assemble the cards for the Birds and Branches card class that we're doing tonight at 8 o'clock, but some of you can't join in the Zoom meeting, so this is for your benefit. So we're going to be doing 4 cards using this set, which is called the Birds and Branches set. It's really sweet. The birds are lovely because you've got stamps to colour in the birds, you've got their claws and so on, you've got little flower and branches and everything. And then just quickly, for those who have a die cutting machine, we are just using the dies at this class because obviously I can't send out stamped images. So you've got the lovely branch die, and then you've got a lovely border die which we'll be using, and then we'll be using this one, a circle with leaves, which is a lovely cutout die. And then you've got 2 dies of the birds, which one of them is actually on my big shot because I've just been cutting out the other bird. And then you've got 2 dies to cut out the stamps of the birds. And then you've got the 3 eggs that you cut in one sweep. You've got a heart. This is for the little claws. That's for the little claws around the branches. You've got the bird's nest to cut out the stamp of the bird's nest. Then you've got a flower. And again, those are 2 sets of legs to go on the branch, and this is probably for the nest. So those are the dies to show you. Really lovely dies. And I'll put those to one side. I'll just quickly show you some other cards I've done with it. So this is one. It's a shadow card, as you can see. And then this is another one using the stamped bird. And then you've got some of the little flowers there, and cherished friend from the Lovely You stamp set. A little bit of linen thread as well. And this is the textured in 3D embossing folder, which is in the annual catalogue. Here's one that would do as a wedding card or a best friend card with the die cuts. And this is that lovely border edge that I was telling you about. And here's one similar card, but this one is done in Night of Navy with misty moonlight on top, and I've sponged around the edge of the birds and put a little sentiment from comfort and hope. And then this one is the birds stamped, and then this is a lovely embossing folder from the Forever Fern suite. You've got the 2 stamped birds, and the branch is more vertical in this one. You've got the little flowers peeping through and some of the in-colour embellishments just stuck on as berries. And this is another stamped one done in Coastal Cabana, Bermuda Bay, So Saffron, and crumb cake for the nest, and Bermuda Bay there for the sentiment, a little bit of bumblebee ribbon as well. So those are just some extra cards I've done that I thought that I would show you. So now we'll just move on to, we'll start with the simplest card. So the first one you've got in your kit is this one, which is a crumb cake base. And then before you stick this white piece on with this pretty border, please tie your linen thread around and tie a bow. And then you just stick on the branch, and then I've put the 2 little birds on dimensionals and the little heart there. If you want to colour the birds with blends pens or pro markers or Stampin' Right markers, then you can. So that's the first card. And then the second card is this one. So this is a Z fold card, as you can see, like that. And it's using the Peony Designer Series paper, and this is in Petal Pink and Smoky Slate. So the measurements for this card, just for your future reference, if you actually want to make another Z-fold card, is the Smoky Slate piece is 11 inches by 4.1/8 inch, scored at 2 3/4 and 5.5 along the long side. And the Petal Pink is 9 inches long by 3 1/4 inches wide, and it's scored at from this end it would be 2 1/4 and 4.5, and then it's put round that way. So basically you stick your Designer Series paper, if I just show you with this one, which I've got ready to show them at the class tonight. Take your larger rectangle Designer Series paper and stick that on the back there, and that bit will be folding like that. And then you need to stick the smaller rectangle in a portrait like that. And once you've done that, then you can stick on the other bit of the Z fold. Now I find the easiest way to do this is, if you look at this, it's going to be just less than halfway. So I just pick it up like that, and then I put Tombow on the back, but I don't go further than my finger, because I know that finger is where this is going to be. You don't want this stuck down to anything. So you put it down here so it's not going over your finger. And then you can stick it, you put the card down. Let me just take that out of the way. Pretend that those pieces are there. And when you put the card down, you just fold it flat like that so that it's even, and let it stick down and just give it a few seconds to dry. Obviously the design series paper will be underneath both of these pieces, and then I just lift it up like that and put Tombow on this side, and then I just close it up again, and that will all be nicely stuck down. This piece will go on top of there, and then you will have the branch. You can change the design if you want to. There's no fixed way of doing this design. So I've got it like that, and then I've got the bird sitting like that, and then I've got the thanks there. So that basically is the layout of the card. Quite a simple, easy card to do. So that's the second card. And then we've got another simple card to go with a box. So that's this one. People have got different colours, all different subtle colours. This one's Highland Heather. You'll have a little group of flowers. You'll have a heart. And you'll have to cut out, if your spare designer series paper, you'll have to cut a piece of background for your sentiment. I've given you a strip for your sentiment. In this case, I've actually used the Lovely Labels punch, which is really useful for doing sentiment strips. You've got 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch and 1 inch. So this was done, that's 3/4 inch and that's 1 inch. And it's a really good way of layering up your sentiments. And you've got a choice of 2 ends. If you've got that punch, I recommend you use that one. Otherwise, just you could do a V shape one end, or just have it rectangular, and then just make sure that you've got the background there. I've already used the Subtles embossing folder to emboss it for you, so that should be quite a quick and easy card to do. I have given you some pearls and gems as well that you can use for the different cards. So this is the baker's box. I've given you a piece of acetate in the card kit that came with this card, and you've got the aperture in the box. So basically stick the acetate on the inside. I just put Tombow around the edge, and then I just slide it in and put it behind and just hold it in place so that it sticks. You've got the bird, and I've given you 3 little flowers, and I've given you some little pearls that you can put in the centre of the flowers just to decorate your box. I think I might have given you 5 flowers, actually, I can't remember. But to put the box together, basically you need to burnish the folds using a bone folder. So like this with the folds. So each fold you need to do like this, and this is called burnishing, which gives the box a nice finish. You can just see the fold there. Burnish it along there, fold it over, burnish it along there, and then you just need to make sure that this one you'll just have to fiddle with it like that, and it should just tuck in, okay? And then to stick it together, and then this one you need to fold that back and burnish it. So the bone folder is really useful for that, and then it'll be the same on the other side. And then you'll need to put double-sided, so you do the same with this one as well, and then you put double-sided tape along there and along these 2 lines as well. Make sure it's on the outside and not the inside, and they're both on the same piece, so you've not got one on there and one on there. Reason being, this piece is going to stick onto that piece like that, and then you can turn it over if you've got those 2 stuck together like that, and then this piece will come over like that, and then you can just take the edge off the tape and then just stick that one on like that, and then you'll have your box all together, and then the bottom bit fits in like that, and then you've got that piece, and then they will fit in together. I think it's fairly straightforward to do the bottom, and then you can just put some Tombow glue to stick the pieces together. And when you've done your box, when you stuck the ends in, that's what the bottom should look like. I put a little bit of glue underneath that bit, a little bit of glue underneath this bit to make sure that those flaps stick down. You just fit the V together and then stick them down. And then when you stuck it together, put your bone folder in or a Stampin' Right marker and just go around like that to make sure it's secure. And then I've given you a little piece of ribbon to tie through, and that'll finish off your little bird box. So that is all of the cards and the box for today, and I hope that you've really enjoyed making it. If you have any questions, please come back to me and let me know, and I'd be very willing to help you out. So I hope that you've enjoyed that. Take care. Bye.